Come, take a seat. We have much to discuss. My name is Gardwan, and I'm one of the main healers of this settlement in Astera, but not for whom you might expect. I am tasked with the job of healing the injured monsters brought in by the brute hunters of Astera, and working hand in hand with the chief botanist and chief ecologist. It's all a bit cruel, really. These monsters are beaten to an inch of their life, only to be brought back in with shock or pitfall traps, and then it is up to me to make them whole again. But ultimately to prolong their suffering by putting them in an enclosed arena for hunters to fight when bored. There's no valor fighting these poor creatures in enclosed space, but I digress. I fear my time here is limited, which brings me to why I'm sharing this knowledge with you. If my life is unexpectedly cut short, I need someone else to pick up this heavy mantle and care for these poor creatures. Perhaps if I can master my craft, the monsters may turn the tables on some novice hunters and live to fight another day. It's a miracle enough that these monsters are capable of regenerating almost completely to their pre-injured state, if tended to promptly and adequately. But enough talk. Let's get on with our first patient case. We have here a male juvenile Diablos. The date is 8/1/902. He weighs approximately 4,520 pounds and is a length of 33 feet. The subject, Diablos, a formidable flying wyvern, was presented for a post-hunt examination after sustaining grievous injuries during a recent encounter. These injuries include broken horns, a severed tail, and lacerations on the wings. Upon examination, Diablos displayed severe signs of distress and debilitation, indicative of life-threatening trauma. The patient's breathing was labored and shallow, and there are visible signs of extensive blood loss. The Diablos' cranial region exhibited extensive damage, with both horns being severely fractured and partially detached from the skull. The fractures extended into the base of the horn, causing significant bleeding and pain. The tail of the Diablos was completely severed, resulting in traumatic amputation. The wound displayed clear-cut edges consistent with the use of sharp weapons, most likely a greatsword or a switch axe. The creature's tail is a critical part of his balance and defense, and its loss will severely impact his ability to maneuver and survive. Lacerations were observed on both wings with jagged edges, indicating sharp trauma. These wings play a crucial role in Diablos' mobility and stability, and the extent of the injury suggests a significant impairment of flight and combat capabilities. Given the extent of the injuries, including the broken horns, severed tail, and lacerated wings, the prognosis for this Diablos is grave. This patient's condition is critical, and its survival would be highly improbable without immediate and intensive medical intervention. In this dire situation, it is essential that we stabilize the Diablos to prevent further complications and provide pain relief. It is imperative that tranquilizers be continually applied. Medical treatment should include the application of our clotting admixture comprised of sushi fish scales dissolved in hard-shell potions applied topically every 2 hours to control bleeding. Fluid resuscitation can be accomplished with a mixture of water taken from coral highlands diluted in 9 grams of dust of life concentrate per 1,000 milliliters and infused 1,000 milliliters every 2 hours. Infection is a big concern, with some hunters literally slinging feces at these poor majestic beasts. To cover this risk, we must also grind herbal medicine and administer it in a 40 gram per 1,000 milliliter concentration to be infused every 4 hours for 10 days. The severed tail requires careful treatment to minimize the risk of infection and promote healing, or else it will not regenerate, and this Diablos will be sent to the butcher. If all goes well, this Diablos will have another roll of the dice to survive a battle in the arena, and just maybe he can escape.